I said I'd be back with a little bit of a review of the Bristol Motors Trophy game, which we played around about half an hour ago-ish to an hour ago. It ended at Grimsby 1, Manchester City under-21s 1. And Manchester City win the game 5-4 on penalties. Now, it's not about being too critical on this, really. I think it's that the team was Jordan Wright came back into goal, starting to find his fitness. It's Cass, Doug Darm, Cam McJanet, Matty Carson, Evan Corey, Cam Gardner, Jaden Looker, Callum Ainley, Jason Van Thorsen, and Donovan Wilson were the 11 that started, with a bench of Seb Orton, Kieran Green, Denver Hume, George McEachran, Harvey Rogers, Danny Rose, and Terrell Warren, all on the bench for the Mariners. And Zach Kettle was the referee as well. Now, in regards to the game, it started very bitterly for both sides, really. Man City had a lot of the ball, which in a way you'd expect. We started sort of playing the ball between Wright and Carson most of the time, or Wright and McJanet for most of our possession in the first half. Slow build up. It was kind of like go back and forth to the back line. We couldn't seem to find a pass on to do anything with it. I know Artel's way of playing is back to front and try and make something of it. We tried. We just didn't seem to get any pattern, at least early on. Later on in the half, both sides were dangerous. We had some good chances, at least within 5 shots from 10, 1 target, 2 were off target. So we actually in a way did create more than Man City, and in the first half, we had a couple of real good shots, which probably could have broke the deadlock. Man City themselves, though, they were better in, shall we say, forward movement, and they had some dangerous players. Both of Emil Heskey's sons were playing for Man City's under-21s. Keep one of them in mind, is all I'll say, really. It was a half-decent first half. No goals in the end, but some good chances by both sides, really. A couple of mistakes by Jordan Wright throughout the game, really. He's a little bit rusty, I get that, but he's definitely not confident. I don't know. I don't think with his feet. I don't think he's very confident, but we went in level at 0-0. Probably Mariners edging it at that point towards the back end, and so it was quite a interesting first half. Going into the second half, again, Mariners tried to play some decent stuff. Tried to play some good stuff, to be honest, and it was, more the same. Man City constantly looked a threat down the wings, always were. We kind of delayed the crosses. We, the way I felt like, yes, it was Man City, yes, I know the way they played, but we were delaying putting crosses in. Some of our passing was woeful. To be completely honest, some of our passing, especially in the middle, the part was, these lads are Man City, academy graduates. Some of our passing was worse than probably what they've seen in the academy. But again, we kept trying. Sort of like an even half early. Some good play again by both sides. Mainly by Man City, you've got to say that. You can definitely see some talents in there. And even the commentator was saying around about 80 minutes in, this had penalties written all over it, really. And it was heading that way, to be fair. We were very well organised. The Mariners were well organised in the game, to be fair. As for Man City, to be honest with you, we had a couple of chances. Donovan Wilson had one that just went under his foot from a back heel, went between the legs of the defender. That came in the first half, didn't really take advantage of that. He did have a chance to turn, but didn't really. Span Dawson in the second half, he had a great shot, which just didn't fall to him correct, but it flew wide in the end of the shot. The deadlock was broken, though, very, very late on in the game by Regan Heskey. And to be honest, it was a belter. He sort of picked it up, believed in himself, and space opened up for him, and he just let rip, and there was absolutely no chance for Jordan Wright. Absolutely no chance. It was right in the top corner, bang, and taken after his dad there, really. Like I said, Emily Heskey's two sons played tonight, but Regan was the one that got the goal, and that looked like that had sealed it for Man City. Another frustrating night for the Mariners in a way, and unfortunately, we were going to come away with another defeat, late defeat like we did against Lincoln earlier on in the month. But the Mariners kept on coming. Obviously, they brought Danny Rose on fairly soon after, and well, it was a great cross by Denver Hume, and Danny just using his expertise just to judge his run right, and he just was able to slide score it in, just off, I think, a little bit off the top of his chin, a little bit, just went a bit high, but went into the net. 1-1, and Town pushed late on for a late winner. Almost got one. Unfortunately, wasn't quite to be, and it went to penalty shootout, where started off very good. Man City scored the first one. It was Devine and Mukasa that got the first penalty for Man City, and then Lewis Cass fantastic penalty. Their keeper got nowhere near that one. Charlie Gray missed the second penalty that Jordan saved. Then Matty Carson made it 2-1 to Grimsby. Man City then scored through Will Dixon, and then Kieran Green made it 3-2 before Regan Heskey came up again and cracking penalty by Regan to make it 3-3. Denver Hume then stepped up with the 7th penalty, and he skied it. Absolutely skied it. If there wasn't such a miss as that was it. And you kind of felt then, well, it was one of those things, especially when Oliver Watmouth, who is the goalkeeper for Manchester City's under 23s, at least under 21s tonight. Very cool penalty. Very cool penalty to put them in front, which means that we were under it, and then Rosie stepped up to convert the penalty, which he did, and then Jaden Heskey. There you go. The Heskey brothers both scored in the penalty shootout. Penalty just like the dad, I would say. And then it was Cam Gardner who stepped up needing to score, and he hit the crossbar, which made it, ended the game. It goes to a win for Manchester City on penalties. That all but puts us out of the Bristol Trophy this year. We have got one more game to take part in, which is Chesterfield, but results now would have pretty much all but knocked us out of it, really. Well, it has, because even if we beat Chesterfield, Lincoln or Man City, are going to do it. So Grimsby are out of the Bristol Moters Trophy. I'm going to say with a bit of a whimper. We didn't really impose ourselves enough early on for against Man City, and a bit of a throwaway game, I guess, in a way. Just around about 900 fans were there. Credit to them. Would have been nice for us to get a result. I know fans aren't thinking much of this cup, but a win's a win, but unfortunately not to be. And we move on now, though. Now that we know where we stand with that, we move on to the FA Cup tie with Wealdstone. And I'll tell you something that does worry me about this is we can't keep an academy side out. We're going to be able to keep Wealdstone out. Dear, oh dear. Overall, the performance was okay. That's all you can near enough say, okay. Used to, don't get me wrong, a top quality academy side, but when you're not beating academy teams, not to go about. So if you were one of the 900 fans that went, let me know how you saw it. I thought, I've given you my thoughts. Let me know down below what you guys think. And I'll be back with Wealdstone preview, and hope we can get to win the cup. All I can say is defensively, I don't think Wealdstone will fear much. Not defensively, they'll know they get chances. It's just whether they're clinical enough with them. And yet, even though the cup doesn't mean much to us, and we're probably, a lot of fans are proud to be out of it, it still alarms me that we can't even keep an academy side out. Even though I have to admit that the goal itself was an absolute screamer. Could have closed him down, probably should have closed him down better, but you know, it is what it is. Let me know down below what you think. And the Grimsby down 1, Manchester City under 21s 1, Man City won 5-4 on penalties. We've got one more game in the trophy to go, and then that is that competition over and done with. How confident are you coming into the game against Wealdstone? There's a question for you. How confident are you that we can really put a statement down against them? Let me know down below, and I will see you soon in that preview. Until then, guys, up the manners, and all aboard for Saturday is all I can say. I'll see you soon. Ta-da.